Welcome back to Daytime. Well, we're just about at that time of year where all the little ghosts and goblins are going to be heading out on the street for Halloween. They've got a chance to show off their costumes a little bit early coming up this weekend with a family Halloween carnival that's happening on Sunday. And it's in conjunction with Waterloo Region Block Parents. And we're going to talk about that right now with a couple of our guests who join us from the Block Parent Program. Tara Mondou and Darren Easter here. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You know, it's great to have you here on a couple of different aspects to be able to talk about the carnival. It's just great to have you here to know that Waterloo Regional Block Parents is still here, still functioning. It was about a year ago that we were seeing in the newspaper that we're very much at risk of losing this program, and it's nice to know you're still around, still providing that service for kids and for everyone in the community.
Yeah, it's not just for kids. Obviously, the program was founded as a result of a child abduction that happened in London. And when the program came to Waterloo Region, it just took off like gangbusters. And we certainly are still very focused towards children. We do presentations in school classrooms on street safety and just street proofing kids. And the familiar red and white sign that sits in windows is primarily used by children that are lost or being bullied or afraid of a dog or whatever it is. But the program is not just for children. In fact, we have a strong seniors program that we work with, helping seniors learning about safety, how to live on your own, living in communities, feeling safe in your own home. And across the country, I think the latest stats that I read was between 35 and 40% of all knocks at the door were in fact senior citizens.
I was going to say, probably growing demographic too, obviously with the baby boomers beginning to hit that arc.
Absolutely.
You're going to start to see a lot more of that. So it'll be, I would imagine, you're going to see a lot more seniors and again, the kids.
Ideally it'd be nice to never have anybody knock at a door. And I think last year in Waterloo Region, there were only 4 reported incidents, which is excellent.
Yeah.
The purpose of the Block Parent Program and the purpose of having that sign in there is really, from a community's point of view, I guess more of a deterrent than anything else. I think if people are seeing signs in the window, then they may think twice about approaching a child on that street. And it does happen in our region. I've got a son who is going to be 13 this Friday. Yes, I'm having difficulty with that. But every year I get a letter home saying that somebody in a blue van was driving by trying to pick up the kids.
Right.
So keep an eye out. So it does happen in our community. Thankfully, with our Waterloo Regional Police Service and Neighborhood Watch and Crime Stoppers and the Block Parent Program, we try and keep those sorts of incidents to a minimum.
Well, and that's just it. It's working in conjunction with all of these other organizations because it gets back to that it takes a village mentality.
Absolutely.
We're all responsible for the safety of our children, of our seniors, of everybody that's out on the street. And we just want this program to be able to continue. I'm glad you mentioned that very rarely does somebody come knocking on your door. I think when people when you were asking volunteers to step forward and be part of the program, some people wonder what they might need to do. Like, I don't know if I'm capable of addressing all of this.
Well, I think the biggest question we get is, isn't it just stay-at-home moms that do this? And I happen just to be a new stay-at-home mom. I have a 2.5-year-old and a 1-year-old next week. And I was working for 13 years and now I'm at home, and it's certainly not just stay-at-home moms. You don't have to sign up to be have your son in the window from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. every day, and if you don't do that, someone's going to knock on your door and say, hey, if you just want to have your sign up for a couple hours on a Friday afternoon, if that's when you happen to be home, if you want to have it in the morning while you're getting ready for work, and as soon as you don't feel like being on call, even if you're home but you don't feel like answering the door, you just take your sign down. So we call it volunteering from the couch. It's the easiest way to volunteer and to help your community.
You get to volunteer without ever leaving the house.
Well, I know there was a whole business aspect that came into this where businesses could participate in the program and just put the sign up in their window as well and be part of it.
Yeah, Business Block Parent Program. It's a great program. It is for street-level, street-facing businesses. And basically a business block parent sign goes up in your window, and what you're saying is, look, if you're walking down the street and you are feeling threatened, if you're lost, if you're, whatever it is, come on in and somebody will make a telephone call for you to get you some help. Block parents, whether you're at home or whether it's a business, they're not there for bathrooms, they're not there to give milk and cookies and all that. It is a place to turn so that somebody will make a telephone call to either police or family to get you some immediate help.
And again, an important thing we were talking about off camera is that, I mean, you guys obviously put potential candidates through a thorough screening process. I mean, people might be concerned that just anybody, you know, could plop that sign in the window, and you guys are very, very thorough.
Yeah, it's a great point. You know, the block parent sign in the window, it's a way for me as a parent to know that my son can go somewhere and knock on a door and it's safe. Block parents, whether they are home or business, are all police screened, and that is something that happens every 2 years. We have an entire process of an application form and references and all sorts of things that we look at before issuing out a block parent sign.
And you were mentioning too, it's not only just the applicant themselves, but as well as other members of the household starting at the age of 12 and up.
Absolutely. Police screenings are done for every member of the household age 12 and older. And we get asked a lot, you know, well, why? You know, my son's only 12 or my daughter's only 13. Well, that's because somebody age 12 and older can be charged under the Young Offender Act. So having a block parent sign in the window, you can feel confident that when you go to that house and knock on that door, A, responsible adult will be home, and B, somebody will make a telephone call, and C, you are walking up to a safe place.
Now, if I can relate a personal story, very quickly. I was byproduct in the 70s. There were a lot of block parents at that time, and I actually used to use the signs to clock the speed of my big wheel. I knew exactly how fast I was going. Mrs. Ward's house, I'd be trucking along and have that, I miss my big wheel. Too bad I don't have adult
love
big
the
wheels,
big wheels. You probably do. I think they're called go-karts.
Oh,
But they don't have the brake handle.
Block Parents is already giving back to the community, but coming up this Sunday, you're giving back even more because you're holding a family Halloween carnival that's going on at Rim Park.
That's right. On Sunday, which is the 25th, this coming Sunday, from 12:30 until 3:30, we're having a Halloween carnival. So it's $10 per family. It doesn't matter how big or small your family is. With that $10, I think probably the most exciting part about our carnival this year is that we have a gentleman named Music with Brian, and he's coming to do a whole 1-hour show for the children. It's an interactive show.
Oh, great.
And beyond that,
He's phenomenal. He's just great. Yeah.
He's really good. And beyond that, we have carnival games where children can win tickets, and then we have many prizes have been donated to us, 25 to 30 prizes that the children can win.
Great.
And you could win a blackberry curve. We got to
There you
throw
go.
that in too.
There you go. So
And it's all-
There's an adult prize table and there's a kid's
Good,
prize
good,
table.
good.
Yeah.
Well, it's for the whole family, and it's coming up this Sunday, 12:30 till 3:30 at Forbes Hall, Rim Park, the Family Halloween Carnival with Waterloo Region Block Parents. Thanks for
Come out
joining
and see
us.
us. Come out in
Thank
costume.
you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be
Thank you.
back with more in a moment.